Peace. Hey, everybody. I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys real quick. I know that I've been in Facebook jail for the last 30 days for like the 100th time this year, but whatever, I'm back. And what I've been working on this past month is a farmer's market in my neighborhood. I live in Freedmen's Town, Houston. This is the oldest African American neighborhood in all of Texas, and I think possibly America. I'm not sure. We basically settled this area after emancipation and completely built this whole little town. This was basically Black Wall Street before Black Wall Street was Black Wall Street, right? So I took the initiative or whatever and decided to go ahead and create a farmer's market in this area because unfortunately it is a food desert. Even though it's heavily gentrified. It's like gentrified but then mixed with the hood, like most gentrified areas are. But it's still a food desert. There's literally no grocery store over here that's close. The closest one is the River Oaks Kroger, which is probably about maybe a 5 or 6 minute drive, but walking distance is about 30 minutes or so, give or take or whatever. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and start this farmer's market. Last week was our grand opening, last Saturday, and it actually went really, really well. Better than what I expected. I sent out a press release to every news station, radio station, every food blogger, YouTuber, TikToker, anybody and everybody in Houston that's in some sort of media capacity. I definitely sent them a press release and I got a lot of positive feedback. I did an interview with Houston Public Media, NPR. I also did one with All Real Radio, which is an underground station here in Houston. It's real dope. Check them out. And then I did one, I didn't do one with them, but they did one on me, Culture Map Houston, which actually named our farmers market as like one of the top 8 things to do in all of Houston last weekend, which is really dope. So yeah, I put out a lot of press or whatever. I got a bunch of vendors and whatnot. A lot of people didn't show up because of the weather, which is totally understandable. But still, enough vendors showed up, and it was still something. And the buzz that was created about it or whatever, people in the neighborhood still wanted to show up, and outside as well. Some people showed up, even in the rain, and that was real dope because I know that parts of the city was underwater, as always. Anytime it rains in Houston, it's always floods, and it literally rained for 2 days straight. So the fact that, you guys still came out and supported these vendors was super, super dope. What else? We have another one this weekend. It'll be a weekly Saturday market. It's going to be in the parking lot of St. James Methodist Church, which is a historic church here in the neighborhood. It has a historical marker right outside the church, and they're littered all throughout the neighborhood. Like, this neighborhood is really, really dope. There's historical markers everywhere. We have, the row houses and all sorts of stuff. Like, I'm really trying to get it to where this is like a destination spot in Houston. There should be more tours coming through this area. There should be more, like, they already have a Jack Yates museum situation, but it's never, since I've lived here, and I've lived here for about 2 years now, it's never been open. And I'm not throwing shade on them because I know funding and whatnot is a situation, but I want the Jack Yates Museum to be open. I want our row houses to be turned into, art installations like Project Row House in 3rd Ward. I definitely want a grocery store here. And I linked with the sister who is over the Freedmen's Town Conservatory board. And that's the person who definitely has the keys to the kingdom as far as like funding, et cetera, whatever. And she really liked the idea of having a general store in this neighborhood. So we're working towards that as well. It'll be filled with local local goods, locally made items, things like that, as well as produce and things that you could find at a normal grocery store. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had to say this time. Make sure that y'all come check us out this Saturday. It's supposed to be sunny. There's no rain or whatever. So yeah, it's 1217 Wilson Street in the parking lot of St. James Methodist Church. There we go. And check out these t-shirts as well. There's a sister who sells these, Sharonda Johnson. She lives over here in the neighborhood. Get you a Freedmen's Town t-shirt, because we're Black excellence and we're trying to promote that over here. We're definitely trying to have more Black businesses in the area. This area is really, it's compact. It's small, but it's big at the same time. There's a lot over here. It's very mixed income. There are luxury high rises as well as like 4-story condos and things like that. But then there's also 2 senior living facilities and some low income apartments in this neighborhood. And it's all within like a 2-mile radius, a mile or 2-mile radius or whatever. It's not that much, but it's a lot that's in here. So yeah, come check us out this weekend, December 5th, over here in Freedmen's Town. Peace.